Okay, welcome back students, and good evening to everyone. In the last class, we have studied what is meant by environment science. Now we are going to move on to the another fascinating topic, that is environmental studies. And before going to start our topic, this is Ask Engineering Academy located at Dilsukhnagar, Hyderabad, and it has been contributing for the welfare and the progress of the students, especially for Ecet students from many years. So the students who are very much interested to get the online or offline coaching, so try to get the contact details in the description box which is provided below, and ఎలాంటి డౌట్స్ ఉన్నా కూడా మీరు అడగవచ్చు అందులోకి వచ్చేసి. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ ఆస్క్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ అకాడమీ అండ్ మై సెల్ఫ్ చంద్రప్రకాష్, ఐ ఫ్యాకల్టీ ఆఫ్ కెమిస్ట్రీ ఈసెట్, and today the topic is environmental studies. First, moving on to main topic, we must understand what are the contents generally involved in this concept. First, introduction is very important for everything. Without introduction, you may not understand what is what. Introduction. First, introduction. What is meant by environmental studies? Why the environmental studies has introduced in this Ecet. So this is all about introduction. Next, classification of air pollutant based on origin and physical state. How the air pollutants are classified based on origin ante source ekkadi nunchi vastunayani, plus physical state ante physical appearance, based on the physical appearance, based on the origin, how the pollutants are divided or classified. In this we usually study this. Second one is air pollution. What is meant by air pollution? What are the causes? What are the reasons for air pollution? What are the effects? If air pollution is happening, how it will be impact the human life? And controlling methods of air pollution. How we can control air pollution, or steps or measures or preventive measures to take to prevent the air pollution. So this is all about air pollution and various things, and this is all about air pollution. Next, water pollution. We know that water pollution is nothing but pollution or contamination of water bodies. How the water get polluted, causes, effects, and controlling methods of water pollution. How water pollutions can be monitored, how the water pollution is happening, how the water pollution can be affect the human life and other organisms, and how the water pollution can be minimized. So these can be studied in water pollution. Next, soil pollution, causes of soil pollution, general effects of soil pollution, and controlling methods of soil pollution. Third one is important concept, that is carbon trading. Next, causes and effects, control measures. So this is all about content. It is also called a preface. Mundu mata anta preface. This is all about preface for this topic. First, introduction. Environmental studies. Environmental studies is nothing but, in the previous class I already discussed about environmental science. Environmental science is basic science. Environmental studies means application of scientific knowledge. అంటే సైన్స్ని యూజ్ చేసుకొని స్టడీ చేసే ప్రాసెస్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో దాని ఎన్వైర్మెంటల్ స్టడీస్. దట్ ఈస్ మీన్స్ సింప్లీ స్టడీయింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఎన్వైర్మెంట్. అంటే ఎన్వైర్మెంట్ని మనం చదువుతున్నాం, వీఆర్ స్టడీయింగ్ ద ఎన్వైర్మెంట్. వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ విత్ ఇన్ ద ఎన్వైర్మెంట్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్, environmental studies is nothing but the scientific study of environment. The scientific study of environment is called as environmental studies. Scientific study of environment is called as environmental studies. Just a minute. Hello, class lo I will call you later. Class lo. Okay, environmental studies is nothing but the scientific study of environment. So we deals with various things in this concept. And one more thing, this is all about environmental studies. What is the purpose of studying environment, and what are the implications of environment, and how the scientific technologies can be monitored within the environment can be studied under this topic. And now we are moving on to classification of air pollutant based on origin and physical state of matter. Now, environment is nothing but is a combination of many things, gases, solids, liquids or different types of matters. In the environment there is a air pollutants. Air pollutant in the sense the substances that can significantly pollute the environment or air, especially air, the substances or the contaminants that affect the quality of air called as air pollutants. First you have to understand what is meant by air pollution. Air pollution in the sense the substances that contaminate the air. The substances that contaminate the air are called as air pollutants. So these air pollutants can be classified into these air pollutants can be classified into many types based on two important criteria. One criteria is based on origin and second one is based on physical state of matter. Based on physical state of matter. These are the two things we must remember about origin and physical state of matter. How the air pollutants are classified into many types depending upon origin and physical state of matter. First, based on origin. First, we move on to origin. Based on origin, how it is classified. Based on origin. Based on origin. Based on origin, again the air pollutants are divided into two types, primary pollutants and secondary pollutants. Primary pollutants and secondary pollutants. Based on the origin in the sense from where it is derived, ekkadi nundi వస్తున్నాయి అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని ఎయిర్ పొల్యూటెంట్స్ టూ టైప్స్, ప్రైమరీ పొల్యూటెంట్స్ అండ్ సెకండరీ పొల్యూటెంట్స్. అండ్ నౌ వీఆర్ మూవింగ్ ఆన్ టు ఫస్ట్ ప్రైమరీ పొల్యూటెంట్స్. వాట్ ఆర్ ప్రైమరీ పొల్యూటెంట్స్? The primary pollutants usually involves, first one is carbon monoxide first. Second one is SOx, stands for, see, in the primary pollutants we deals with many types of primary pollutants are there again. First one is CO, carbon monoxide. Second, SOx in the sense oxides of sulfur. Very, very important. Oxides of sulfur. Oxides of sulfur. Third, NOx, oxides of nitrogen. Oxides of nitrogen. Carbon monoxide, sulfide, oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, and fourth one is hydrocarbons. Fourth one is hydrocarbons, and fifth one is pollen grain, pollen and bacteria. See, these are the 5 different kind of primary pollutants. First is carbon monoxide, CO, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide generally released, carbon monoxide is a colorless gas which is generally released from automobiles such as buses, vans and vehicles due to incomplete combustion of fossil fuels. మనం పెట్రోల్ డీజిల్ వాడుతుంటాం కదా, అవి కంప్లీట్గా బర్న్ కాకపోతే కార్బన్ మోనాక్సైడ్ రిలీజ్ అవుతుంటుంది. దట్ మీన్స్ కార్బన్ మోనాక్సైడ్ రిలీజ్ ఇంటూ అట్మాస్ఫియర్ due to incomplete burning or incomplete combustion of fossil fuels such as petrol. This is about due to incomplete combustion combustion. So question will be get carbon monoxide is a colorless gas. It is also one of the Ecet question. Colorless and odorless. It has no smell also. Colorless gas. So this is all about carbon monoxide. Next SOx, oxides of sulfur, which is very pungent, ఘాటుగా స్మెల్ వస్తూ ఉంటాయి ఇవి. So sulfur oxides are generally produced from automobiles also. Next, nitrogen oxides are generally produced when N2 reacts with O2 at high temperatures. Nitrogen oxides or NO2, NO, NO3 ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి కదా. These kind of gases are very harmful to our environment. They are produced due to reaction between nitrogen and oxygen at high temperatures. High temperatures దగ్గర nitrogen oxygen తో రియాక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు nitrogen oxides form అవుతాయి. So it is also one of the primary pollutant. Hydrocarbons, these is very 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 important. Hydrocarbons are generally produced from automobile exhaust and refrigerator. మనం ఫ్రిడ్జెస్ వాడుతూ ఉంటాం కదా, రిఫ్రిజిరేటర్స్, అక్కడ నుండి వచ్చేవి హైడ్రోకార్బన్సే. నెక్స్ట్ వెహికల్స్ నుండి వచ్చే స్మోక్ ఉంటుంది కదా, దాంట్లో హైడ్రోకార్బన్స్ ఉంటాయి. దీనివల్ల హార్మ్ఫుల్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఏంటి? హైడ్రోకార్బన్స్ విల్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ozone layer that is located in stratosphere. Due to that reason, the depletion of ozone layer will be usually takes place due to effect of hydrocarbons వల్ల. నెక్స్ట్ పొలెన్. పొలెన్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ప్లాంట్ దగ్గర కొన్ని పొలెన్ ఉంటుంది, దాన్ని పొలెన్ గ్రెయిన్స్ అంటాం. అంటే ప్లాంట్ సెక్సువల్ గ్రోత్ డెవలప్ చేసేది. పొలెన్ గ్రెయిన్స్ ఎప్పుడైతే వెనెవర్ ఇట్ స్ప్రెడ్స్ ఇన్ అట్మాస్ఫియర్, ఎప్పుడైతే అవి అట్మాస్ఫియర్ స్ప్రెడ్ అయిపోతే అప్పుడు ఎయిర్ పొల్యూషన్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. అది కూడా వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎగ్జాంపుల్. These are the 5 examples for primary pollutants. Now secondary pollutants. Secondary pollutants are nothing but these are the pollutants which are produced as a result of reaction between primary pollutants. Primary pollutants react అవ్వడం కారణంగా ప్రొడ్యూస్ అయ్యేవి secondary pollutants. So secondary pollutants are more hazardous. These are produced because of reaction between these primary pollutants. వీటి మధ్యలో రియాక్షన్ జరిగి at the end of ఏదైతే ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుందో దాన్ని secondary pollutants అంటాం. The secondary pollutants usually involve first ozone. Second one, pan. Very very important for your Ecet. Pan. So ozone, pan. Ozone means, I already explained what is meant by ozone. Ozone in the sense O3. Ozone is a colorless gas which is formed as a result of reaction between nitrogen oxides and oxygen in the presence of sunlight. Sunlight presence లో nitrogen oxides తోని oxygen combine అయినప్పుడు ozone form అవుతుంది. This is called as O2, O3 plus NOx, nitrogen oxides in the presence of sunlight. Ozone will be formed. This is called secondary pollutant. Pan in the sense, pan is abbreviated as very very important. Pan means peroxy. P stands for peroxy. A stands for acetyl nitrate. Peroxy acetyl nitrate, pan. This peroxy acetyl nitrate is usually formed due to reaction of nitrogen oxides plus volatile organic compound. Volatile means easily vaporizable. Volatile organic compounds in presence of sun rays or UV rays. So peroxyacetyl nitrate is nothing but it is produced as a result of reaction between harmful nitrogen oxides with volatile or reactive organic compounds. అంటే ఆర్గానిక్ కాంపౌండ్స్ ఉంటాయి కొన్ని, వోలటైల్ అంటే ఈజీలీ వేపరైజబుల్ అయితే వేపర్ అయిపోతాయి అవి. అట్లాంటి వాటితో రియాక్షన్ జరిగినప్పుడు ఫామ్ అయ్యేది ఏంటంటే పాన్. పాన్ స్టాండ్స్ ఫర్ పెరాక్సీ అసిటైల్ నైట్రేట్. ఇది వెరీ 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 ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ ఈసెట్. ఈసెట్లో తప్పకుండా ఇది వస్తుంది, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. పాన్. అండ్ పాన్ ఈజ్ వెరీ హార్మ్ఫుల్ టు అవర్ స్కిన్. ఇట్ ఆల్సో అండ్ పవర్ఫుల్ ఐ ఇరిటెంట్. ఐస్కి ఇరిటేషన్ కాజ్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఎస్ పవర్ఫుల్ ఐ ఇరిటెంట్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ థింగ్స్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద ఆరిజిన్. Based on the origin, these are classified into primary, secondary. The question ఎలా వస్తుందండి ఈసెట్లో, they will give 4 options. Which of the following is acts as primary pollutant? ఏది primary pollutant అంటారు. So based on this concept you can answer that question. Now we are moving on to air pollution, causes, effects and controlling methods of air pollution. First, air pollution definition. Air pollution in the sense, the process of contamination of air by some pollutants or the minimization of quality of air. అంటే ఎయిర్ ఉన్న క్వాలిటీ తగ్గిపోవడం, ఎయిర్ అనేది కొన్ని కంటామినేషన్స్ రావడం, అంటే కొన్ని కంటామినెంట్స్ వల్ల కంటామినేట్ అవ్వడం, అంటే ద క్వాలిటీ, ద న్యాచురల్ క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ప్యూర్ ఎయిర్ క్యాన్ బి రెడ్యూస్డ్ సిగ్నిఫికెంట్లీ by the involvement of or interaction of many chemical substances such as dust, smoke, chemical or industries, effluents. Because of that reason, certain kind of contamination has been developed within the air, that is called as air pollution. Air pollution nothing but contamination of air. Contamination of air. First, in this air pollution we must discuss about or deals with first causes. That means why the air pollution is happening. Causes of air pollution. First we are going to discuss about causes. Causes of air pollution. How air pollution is causing? For example, we already discussed about various pollutants, air pollutants such as smoke, dust, nitrogen oxide, sulfur oxides. So nowadays the population is day by day increasing. As population is increasing, we are more eager to utilize the natural resources. మన పాపులేషన్ పెరుగుతున్న కొద్దీ మన చుట్టూ ఉన్నటువంటి న్యాచురల్ రిసోర్స్ని వాడకం కూడా పెరిగిపోతూ ఉంది. సో వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ ద న్యాచురల్ రిసోర్స్ ఇన్ ఎ గ్రేటర్ ఎక్స్టెంట్ యాజ్ అ రిజల్ట్ ఆఫ్ గ్రోయింగ్ పాపులేషన్. సో యాజ్ అ పాపులేషన్ గ్రోస్, ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వెహికల్స్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్, ద అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ఫాసిల్ ఫ్యూయల్ కన్జంప్షన్ ఆల్సో ఇంక్రీజెస్. Due to burning of those fossil fuels, lot of chemical substances are entering into the air. Those are contaminants. One is main is automobile exhaust is first cause of air pollution. Automobile exhaust. Automobile exhaust. First. Second cause is deforestation, also one of the cause for cutting of forest, such that the amount of carbon dioxide will day by day increasing because of lack of forest area. Because if there is forest, it absorbs lot of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. If there is no forest, carbon dioxide still be in the atmosphere. It causes to air pollution. So deforestation, also one of the reason. Third one, agricultural practices. So nowadays in agriculture we are using lot of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Whenever the farmer is spraying all those chemicals, some droplets of chemicals are also accumulate into the environment. Atmosphere leki konni minute droplets kuda air lo kalisipotunnayi. Because of that reasons the air gets poisoned or air gets venomous. Avi polluted ga ayipotuntayi. So one of the reason is agriculture practices. And one more important thing is industrial effluents. We know that whenever we observe any industrial area, a lot of gases are releasing into the environment. Those gases are as a result of many chemical processes. As a result of chemical processes, that smoke contains lot of harmful substances. So those substances are termed as air pollutants, such that air pollution is happening. So one of the reasons for air pollution is industrial effluents. So these are the 4 reasons for air pollution. And effects, what will happen if air pollution happens? There are many hazardous effects are there because of air pollution. The first one is effects. Here I am writing effects. Effects means it directly or indirectly affect the human health. Especially it causes many kind of diseases that related to respiratory tract. మనకు రెస్పిరేషన్ జరుగుతుంటుంది కానీ మన నోస్ ఇది రెస్పిరేటరీ సంబంధించిన డిసీజెస్ జరుగుతుంది. దట్ మీన్స్ రిలేటెడ్ టు లంగ్స్. వన్ ఇస్ బికాస్ వీఆర్ కంటిన్యూస్లీ breathing air into our lungs. Because of that reason, our lungs and all the respiratory parts are getting affected. So it leads to various health diseases such as asthma, and bronchitis. These are the certain kind of health disorder due to breathing of polluted air. Second one is the natural quality of air get disturbed. Natural quality of air can disturb. So natural quality of air get disturbed. అంటే న్యాచురల్గా ఉన్న ఎయిర్ అనేది కంటామినేట్స్ వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే ద న్యాచురల్ క్వాలిటీ ఆర్ ప్యూర్ క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎయిర్ కెన్ డిస్ట్రాక్టెడ్ because of involvement of or interaction of these air pollutants into the atmosphere, and various respiratory diseases, skin allergies and everything will be happen because of this air pollution. Though these are the causes, these are the effects. Now controlling methods of air pollution. So what are the controlling methods? That is measures to be taken to reduce air pollution. First measure is we have to, for example, automobile exhaust. We are burning fossil fuels, we are releasing some kind of hydrocarbons, sulfur oxides, nitrous oxide in atmosphere because of burning of fossil fuels. So if replace the fossil fuels with one more alternative that reduces the release of harmful substance, అంటే fossil fuels ని మనం తీసేసి దాని ప్లేస్లో ఒక ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ పెట్టాలి, అది ఈకో ఫ్రెండ్లీ అవ్వాలి. సో బై ఇంట్రడ్యూసింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ fuels such as solar energy, tidal energy, wind energy. So first measure should be taken as solar energy and alternatives, together called as alternatives to fossil fuels, to fossils alternative వాడాలి. Next, we should conduct some awareness camps should be conducted by government. Awareness camps should be conducted by the government to explain what are the causes, what are the effects and what are the measures. అంటే ఎలా ఎయిర్ పొల్యూషన్ జరుగుతుంది, ఎలాంటి చర్యలు తీసుకోవాలి, ఇట్లాంటి వాటి కోసం ఒక అవగాహన కల్పించాలి గవర్నమెంట్ కూడా. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఇన్వాల్వ్ అండ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ పార్ట్ ఇన్ సర్టన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ టు క్రియేట్ అవేర్నెస్ అమాంగ్ ద ఇండివిజువల్స్. అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ the government should frame strict rules and regulations. Should frame strict rules and regulations. Especially for industry అనేది ఎక్కువ మోతాదులో ఎయిర్ అని కంటామినెంట్స్ అనేవి అట్మాస్ఫియర్కి రిలీజ్ కాకుండా కొన్ని లిమిట్స్ సెట్ చేయాలి. ద గవర్నమెంట్ షుడ్ సెట్ సర్టన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ పర్మిసిబుల్ లిమిట్స్ ఫర్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ ఏరియాస్ టు రిలీజ్ సర్టన్ ఓన్లీ ఫ్యూ అమౌంట్స్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాస్ ఇన్ టు అట్మాస్ఫియర్ by replacing the already existing fuels. So this is all about air pollution, causes, effects and controlling methods of air pollution. Now we are moving on to water pollution. Water pollution is nothing but contamination of water bodies. Water pollution means it is nothing but contamination of water bodies. We know that water is a very essential component for all the human survival. In the universe, each and every organism will need water. If the water is getting polluted, if water gets polluted, when we drink that polluted water, these water will be accumulated into each and every cell of human body, such that it can cause many hazardous effects or dreadful diseases to us. Water is a very important, and conservation of water in its proper state and pure state is also very important as a educated children. Manam students kabatti we have some kind of idea what is meant by water and what are the applications of water, how the water health can be monitored. Ivanni kuda manam chuskuntunna ante contamination of water bodies can be, these contamination can be generally happen causes, simply causes. First again man-made. Man is a reason for everything. Maname annitiki karanam. So we have to take care of ourselves first. First is man-made errors. First The main contamination is also industrial effluents. Industrial effluents. So every industry, to set up an industry, the industrialist generally look for the water resource, because 90% of industrial products will mainly depend upon raw material, that is water. So after the completion of that, all the used water, all the waste water is released into lakes, ponds, oceans, such that the aquatic water system is getting disturbed. So industrial effluents is also one of the reasons for water pollution. Third, improper irrigation. Improper irrigation in the sense agriculture. Improper irrigation. Sometimes now we are in the today's agriculture practices, we have been using lot of chemical substances such as the urea and different types of chemicals. When we spray those chemicals, due to certain kind of chemical composition, after their use, still some amount of compound is still accumulated or deposited in the soil. మనం వాడిన తర్వాత కూడా some portion of chemical is still in the soil. So whenever we are irrigating the land, through that water, the chemical substances are also getting transferred from one place to another place, and finally it reaches into huge water bodies. When that water bodies are consumed by fishes or anything, when that fish is consumed by us, all those chemicals are accumulating from one organism to other organism through water. This is called as eutrophication antam manam. So it is not important to you, but it is called as eutrophication. Manam spray చేసుకున్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, some kind of organic materials within that chemical fertilizers లో ఉన్నటువంటి chemical substances dissolve above. So they will be still in the remains as it is in the soil. When they irrigating the land with the water, they are going to enter into lakes and lands, so that water gets polluted. So agricultural practices and improper irrigation systems is also one of the very important reasons for water pollution. And fourth one, chemical labs. And fifth one, sewage or runoffs. So generally sewage is there in everybody wastageable producers. We are without any authorization, without any proper implementation of any kind of guidelines, suddenly we are allowing all those wastewater into the water bodies, such that water bodies can get disturbed. And these are the different causes of water pollution. Now effects of water pollution. Effects of water pollution usually includes effects. When the water gets polluted, if you consume water, it leads to many diseases. First, it leads to many diseases, because water is very important now. Many diseases such as malaria, typhoid important typhoid, because it is waterborne disease. Water ద్వారా వస్తుంది కాబట్టి typhoid is a waterborne disease like typhoid. And due to this, aquatic ecosystem is getting disturbed. Aquatic in the sense fishes and everything. Aquatic ecosystem getting disturbed. Third one is survival of other organisms are becoming difficult. Survival of organisms is disturbing. So due to the water pollution, many diseases, the human life will be getting distracted by the water pollution. Aquatic ecosystems are mainly, and next flora and fauna, flora and the plants, fauna and animals. Flora and fauna in the ocean, seas are also getting disturbed because of water pollution. And how the controlling methods of water. Before this, I am going to explain three important terms which are very important for your Ecet point of view. Those are DO, BOD, COD. Very important for your Ecet. What is meant by EO? I think these terms are not mentioned in your syllabus, but it is very important. DO in the sense dissolved oxygen. BOD means biochemical oxygen demand. COD means chemical oxygen demand. So these are the three important terms you must remember when you are studying about water pollution, because very important. I think majority of the questions from this topic comes from this. Dissolved oxygen in the sense amount of oxygen that dissolves in the water, amount of oxygen present in the water. For example, this is water body. For example, this is water. This is water. Atmosphere contains O2. Atmosphere contains O2. This water will be absorbs this O2 like this. Due to its turbulence. Turbulence ane oka property valla oxygen gets absorbed by the water. So the amount of oxygen will be increases. Dissolved oxygen ఎక్కువ ఉంది అంటే the quality of that water is very good. అంటే based on the amount of oxygen present in the water, or based on the amount of dissolved oxygen, the health of the water can be determined. అంటే వాటర్ అనేది హెల్తీయా, పోర్టబులా, తాగడానికి అనువుగా ఉందా లేదా అనేది depending upon the amount of oxygen present within that water can be determined whether the water is safe or not. So this is dissolved oxygen, which is generally measured in the units of mg per liters. Milligrams per liter is the units for. This is very important. I am stressing again and again this. Mg per liter is a unit that is used to express dissolved oxygen levels. Next, BOD. BOD in the sense biochemical oxygen demand. Biochemical oxygen demand in the sense the amount of oxygen required by the biochemical oxygen demand in the sense the amount of oxygen required for degradation of organic matter present in the water. వాటర్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఆర్గానిక్ మ్యాటర్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో అది డిగ్రేడ్ అవ్వడానికి యూజ్ చేసుకునేటువంటి ఆక్సిజన్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో దాన్ని బయోకెమికల్ ఆక్సిజన్ డిమాండ్ అంటారు. బయోకెమికల్ ఆక్సిజన్ డిమాండ్ ఈజ్ డిఫైన్డ్ యాజ్ amount of oxygen required for the degradation of organic matter present in the water. For degradation of organic matter. For degradation of organic water. This is called a biochemical oxygen. It is also measured in the mg per liter. The units for BOD is also mg per liter. And one more thing, if the BOD values of more biological oxygen demand of water lo ekku undi ante that means the pollution is very high, because BOD is high. If BOD values are more, then pollution is also more. So remember this. If the BOD value of water body is more, that means the water is more polluted. This is about biochemical oxygen demand. Next, chemical oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand is also same to the biological oxygen demand. Chemical oxygen demand means the total amount of oxygen required for the degradation of both organic and inorganic matter. వాటర్లో ఆర్గానిక్ మ్యాటర్ ఉంటుంది, ఇన్ఆర్గానిక్ మ్యాటర్ ఉంటుంది. అది మొత్తం డిగ్రేడ్ కావడానికి కావాల్సిన ఆక్సిజన్ ఏదైతే కావాలో దాన్ని ఏమంటారంటే కెమికల్ ఆక్సిజన్ డిమాండ్ అంటారు. So chemical oxygen demand is also measured in mg per liter. It is nothing but total oxygen, total O2 for degradation of both organic and inorganic. Okay, so DO stands for dissolved oxygen, BOD stands for biochemical oxygen demand. A question will become, ఎక్కడి నుంచి క్వశ్చన్ వస్తుందంటే BOD అంటే what is mean by BOD, biochemical oxygen demand, COD chemical oxygen demand, DO అంటే dissolved oxygen, what are the units for this, mg per liter. These are the very important questions for Ecet. Remember guys, this is biochemical, this is COD. So with this we have completed water pollution, but we have controlling methods of water pollution. Simply I will explain how to control water pollution. I said you know what are the causes of water pollution. If you know the causes of water pollution, you will come to know how the water pollution. First, proper waste management. That means we are increasing the usage of industries, and the wastewater is directly transported into the water bodies, such that proper disposal of wastewater is primary measure in order to control water pollution. Second one, usage of eco-friendly fertilizers and pesticides that does not cause any harmful effects to water bodies. Third one, water pollution, we have to proper disposal of sewage. For example, we have purification systems are there, and proper sewage treatment should be in gobar gas, and municipal corporation lo sewage plants untai. So we have to frame the laws according to that. Proper amount of disposal will be done. So అలా గవర్నమెంట్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్లో అవేర్నెస్ క్రియేట్ చేయడం ద్వారా వేస్ట్ వాటర్ వల్ల ఏం జరుగుతుంది, వాట్ ఆర్ ది ఎఫెక్ట్స్ అండ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ది కాజెస్ అన్నీ కూడా ప్రజలలో, సొసైటీలో వీ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ అండర్స్టాండబుల్ టు ద నార్మల్ పీపుల్, కామన్ పీపుల్ కూడా వాటర్ వల్ల వచ్చేటువంటి డిసీజెస్ గురించి అవగాహన కల్పించాలి. సో దట్ వీ కెన్ మినిమైజ్ ద వాటర్ పొల్యూషన్ సచ్ దట్ వీ కెన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ద వాటర్ క్వాలిటీ వాట్ వీఆర్ డ్రింకింగ్ టుడే. సో దీస్ ఆర్ అబౌట్ వాటర్ పొల్యూషన్, కాజెస్, ఎఫెక్ట్స్ and controlling methods of water pollution. Now we are moving on to soil pollution. Soil pollution is nothing but contamination of soil. Soil pollution is nothing but contamination of soil. Contamination of soil is called as soil pollution. Usually, what are the causes of soil pollution? Soil is the one that supports the life system. Plants are generally produced as a result of nutrients that are present in the soil. Soil lo unna nutrients absorb cheskone plant produce avutundi. Plant tini manam bratukutu untam. Ante indirectly the primary source of energy ekkadi nunchi vastundi, soil nunchi vastundi. So that maintaining of soil health is also very important. So sometimes due to the human activities, due to man-made errors, due to uncontrolled use of chemical fertilizers, the soil is getting polluted. Not only that, deforestation, and also these are the reasons, causes. First main is agricultural practices. Agricultural practices first reason. How agriculture practices? We are using chemical fertilizers, pesticides, we are spraying. So due to the organic nature, due to non-degradability of those things, they keep on deposited in the soil layers. As a result of that, soil gets polluted such that when the chemicals are being present in the soil, it also killing certain kind of useful microorganisms such as rhizobium, earthworms untai kada, microbial flora ni kuda idi damage chestu untundi such that the plants will not get essential nutrients from the soil. So the humus content of the soil will get reduced. So this is what agriculture practices. And soil gets polluted because of industries and deforestation. So these are the main three causes for soil pollutions. So if we, and these are three important causes of soil pollution. And now general effects of soil pollution. What will happen if soil gets polluted? We use soil just for, especially for soil farming. In order to get more amount of yield from crops, we should maintain the soil healthy. Because of that reason, we have to maintain the soil pH ranges, pH values, and the amount of humidity present in the soil, and what are the microbial population within the soil should be monitored. And effects in the sense, if the soil is getting polluted, first effect is it decreases the yield of the crops. Decreases the yield. Second one, it also kills microbial growth. So these are the important and most sophisticated and most primary examples to discuss in the case of effects of soil pollution. This is how the soil gets polluted. These are the causes of pollution. These are soil pollutions, effects of soil pollution. and controlling methods of soil pollution generally by planting more plants. This is reforestation, called as reforestation, which is synonym, which is antonym of deforestation के opposite, reforestation. And we should use eco-friendly products in the agriculture. We have to use eco-friendly, that is useful for agriculture, that is which is not, doesn't cause any kind of harmful effects to the environment. So those are called as eco-friendly because they are friendly. Itlanti negative impacts చూపెట్టరు కాబట్టి eco-friendly products in agriculture. Agriculture and dispose of waste properly. Dispose of agriculture waste, especially agriculture waste properly. So these are the, and frame different government laws about soil health. So these are the steps we use, methods generally we have to use in order to protect the soil health and in order to prevent or minimize the soil pollution. This is what. Next, before moving on to the, and one more thing, and students, and very glad to make you that a new batches are also started for Ecet students in Ask Engineering Academy. If you really want to join this academy, you can contact the details clearly in the description box, and you can subscribe the Ask Engineering Academy channel so that you can understand what are the things they are providing, and it is very really good organization and good management also. You can able to understand all the topics in a clear cut way, and the professors and faculty are also very friendly with you, and even one-to-one mentorship is also provided here. So students, if you have any doubts regarding anything, you can ask anytime. So if you need any doubts, you directly contact the management. The management mobile numbers are also provided in the description box. This is Ask Engineering Academy from Dilsukhnagar, Hyderabad, especially for Ecet and NEET, MCET and every kind of competitive examinations, especially in terms of technical exams. So now we are moving on to new concept, that is carbon trading. I think you might not listen this word before. Carbon trading is nothing but very important thing. Generally, carbon trading means, it is a term that means, first I will write the definition. Carbon trading is defined as, it is a market based system. It's a market based system where it allows, this is a definition, please make it down, allows the individuals, to sell or to buy, carbon credits, to reduce greenhouse emissions. See, carbon trading is one of the very important concept in environmental studies. Carbon trading is nothing but, it is a market based system, that is, it is a corporate affair, or government and non-governmental organizations also participate in this kind of market based system, where this carbon trading allows some individuals to buy, to sell carbon credits in order to reduce greenhouse emission. The main motive, the main idea behind the carbon trading is reduction of greenhouse emissions such as carbon dioxide, methane. Greenhouse gases ఏవైతే ఉంటుందో such as carbon dioxide, methane, అట్లాంటి గ్యాసెస్ యొక్క కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ పాపులేషన్ తగ్గించడం కోసమే ఈ యొక్క మార్కెట్ బేస్డ్ సిస్టమ్ని ఇన్వాల్వ్ చేశారు ఆర్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశారు. సో దిస్ కార్బన్ ట్రేడింగ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఎమిషన్ ట్రేడింగ్. emission trading, or it is also called as eco trading. It is also called as eco trading or emission trading. These are the two important parameters of carbon trading, and causes and effects under this, especially under carbon trading, we might study three important concepts. Those three important concepts are very important concept. First concept is set limits. Second concept is trade credits. Third is incentivize reduction. Under carbon trading, especially there are three kinds of principles generally emphasizes. One is set limits, trade credits, incentivize reduction. Set limits in the sense setting the limits on all the emissions of emitter. Set limits in the sense the government or any organization should set some kind of limits on the emissions from the all the emitters. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇండస్ట్రీస్ ఉన్నాయి, ఇండస్ట్రీ నుంచి ఇంత మాత్రమే అట్మాస్ఫియర్కి రిలీజ్ చేయాలి, ఎమిట్ చేయాలి అని ఒక లిమిట్స్ని సెట్ చేయడం, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ సెట్ లిమిట్స్. ట్రేడ్ క్రెడిట్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, trade credits in the sense sometimes the producers or polluters that exceed their quota can purchase credits from emitters with fewer emissions. That means, for example, two organizations are there. One organization is emitting less amount of substances into atmosphere, one is more. So the more the organization which is emitting more amount of substances can be buy the carbon credits from this organization. అంటే ఏంటంటే ట్రేడ్ క్రెడిట్స్ మీన్స్ అంటే ఏంటంటే రెండు ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ మధ్యలో కోఆర్డినేషన్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు మినిమైజ్ ద గ్రీన్ హౌస్ గ్యాసెస్. ట్రేడ్ క్రెడిట్స్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇట్స్ ఎ క్రెడిట్ బేస్డ్ సిస్టమ్ బిట్వీన్ టూ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు రెడ్యూస్ గ్రీన్ హౌస్ ఎమిషన్స్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ఇన్సెంటివైజ్ రిడక్షన్. ఇన్సెంటివైజ్ రిడక్షన్ మీన్స్ సర్టెన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ క్రెడిట్స్ షుడ్ బి అలోకేటెడ్. అంటే ఇన్సెంటివ్స్ అంటాం, అంటే క్రెడిట్స్. ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఉంది, దానికి కొన్ని క్రెడిట్స్ ఇచ్చి గ్రీన్ హౌస్ గ్యాస్ ఎమిషన్ దాన్ని తగ్గించి, దేని ద్వారా, ఎకనామికల్ టూల్స్ ద్వారా. బై యూజింగ్ సర్టెన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎకనామికల్ టూల్స్ the amount of emission should be reduced drastically by government policies. This is called incentive based reduction. And finally, coming to India గురించి మాట్లాడుకుంటే, according to 22nd amendment of Conservation Act, according to 22nd, remember please, according to 2010 constitutional amendment of Conservation Act, according to constitutional amendment of Conservation Act, India has placed its role by development of and establishment of one important center for carbon trading, that is global carbon market. That is global carbon market. So according to 22nd amendment of Constitution, Indian government has took a challenging in terms of carbon trading and established a center for carbon trading, that is called as global carbon market. By using this, the Indian government can mobilize, can monitor all the greenhouse gases limits within our surrounding premises of our boundaries of our country. So what are how much we can emit and how can we control all these kind of things. So this is all about carbon trading, causes and effects. And next, control measures. And control measures, especially I said carbon trading in the sense it can be monitored, carbon trading controlled by involvement of various gout organizations. By involving gout organizations. By involvement of gout organization, we can control these measures. And by taking up welfare organizations. So these are the important control measures for the carbon trading. and proper policies should be made, proper implementations of carbon trading rules and regulations by international standards, and international laws should be framed by various international governments and according to embassies. So these carbon trading can be monitored. So this is all about environmental science and environmental studies. I think you get an idea about what is meant by environment, what are the complications of environment, what are the types of pollutions, and what are the components of environment, what are the layers of atmosphere, what are the terms such as PAN, COD, BOD and OD, so DO. I think you are very well in this subject. I am very thankful for listening my class with very patiently, and and this is Ask Engineering Academy. And one more time I am repeating that if you have any doubts regarding my class, you can drop a message in the description box, and you get the information regarding our institution. Thank you so much for understanding, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much, children, and all the very best for your examination, and all the very best for your preparation. So this is all about environmental science, and this is all about and myself and Chandra Prakash, faculty of chemistry, Ecet. Thank you so much.